So in this connection, we can also make a clear distinction between faith. We are talking about faith. Real faith is vulnerable, is open to uncertainty, and so on, and belief. Because in general practice, belief has come to mean a state of mind which is almost the opposite of faith. I will address these two words from a particular perspective. Belief, I'm using the word here. Belief has more to do with the insistence that the truth is what one will wish it to be. And I believe this, and it has more to do that I would like to believe things are like that. I want things to be like that. I believe in this. But faith is opening ourselves to embrace reality as it is, not as I would like it to be. Let me share an interesting quote by Alan Watts in this connection between the difference between faith and belief as we have defined them. So he says, the believer will open his mind to the truth on the condition that it fits in with his preconceived ideas and wishes. Faith, on the other hand, is an unreserved opening of the mind to the truth, whatever it may turn out to be. Faith has no preconceptions. It is a plunge into the unknown. Belief clings, but faith lets go. In the sense of the word, faith is the essential virtue of science, and likewise of any religion that is not self-deception. So again, faith is, by contrast to this idea of belief, which is again an ego control mechanism, by contrast, faith is a constant openness to uncertainty. So don't lose sight of the main topic today. If faith can be nourished by doubt, another way to say doubt is uncertainty in this case. So faith is a constant openness to uncertainty. Uncertainty is an element of faith, a necessary one. As we will say, doubt is an element of faith, as Paul Tillich will say. And by contrast, one of the main dangers, as we already mentioned, for any practitioner is in time to end up concluding Krishna-bhakti, Krishna consciousness. I'm taking that for granted. I already know what's that about. I get accustomed to the extraordinary, in other words. Let's reflect how much we are not falling into that at present. We take Krishna consciousness for granted. I know what's prasad. I know what's the guru. I know what's the name of Krishna. We have all these official definitions in our mind that we could regurgitate if someone asked us about that. All the formulaic one-liners or whatever. But that doesn't mean that that is all that it is. So we may take Krishna consciousness for granted and thus get accustomed to the extraordinary. And that's not the idea. The extraordinary is always to remain extraordinary. It's not something to get accustomed in really to. So we may go through our spiritual honeymoon and everything will be extraordinary, and as it should be. But after the honeymoon, unfortunately, sometimes we gradually become stagnated in a certain status quo, in a certain comfort zone, in a certain conceptual status quo. I'm supposed to think like that, to reply to that question like this. And we even inadvertently become attached to predictable answers, to predictable formulas, instead of cultivating, again, a permanent sense of wonder, a permanent sense of awe. Chamatkar rasa. Rasa sar chamatkar, the scriptures say. The essence of rasa is chamatkar, this astonishment, this experience, permanent, ongoing sense of astonishment and wonder and awe, which is what keeps us in a constant stage of transformation, evolution, in a liquid state of flow and growing. And it should be like that, because that's the nature of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. That's the nature of Krishna-bhakti.